In April 2025, the peace in Kashmir was shattered by a brutal terror attack that killed 26 innocent tourists in Behsharan near Pahalgam. The resistance front, backed by Pakistan supported Lashkar-e-Taiba, claimed responsibility. In response, India has taken strong diplomatic steps and military escalation looms large. But what if India and Pakistan actually went to war? Today, we go back to declassified 1993 CIA report that eerily predicted what could happen if these two nuclear armed neighbors clashed again. What did it say? How close are we to its warnings becoming reality? Let's unpack it layer by layer. Background of the 1993 CIA report. In 1993, the Cold War had just ended. South Asia was undergoing massive transformation, but the Indo Pak rivalry remained one of the most volatile on earth. The CIA, the United States premier intelligence agency, released a confidential report titled India Pakistan Prospects for War in the 1990s. It was declassified. Years later, the report was a deep dive into geopolitical, military, and nuclear scenarios for South Asia. And its findings were stark, realistic, and hauntingly prescient. Insight first. India has no strategic interest in initiating a war with Pakistan. Insight second. Pakistan has lost previous engagements and its leader probably believe another war could destroy the military or even the state. The CIA highlighted that Pakistan, plagued by the political instability and military overdependence, views war as an existential risk. India, with its large size and stable democracy, has deterrent power but prefers peace unless provoked. Section 2. The Strategic Balance. The CIA analysis went deep into strategic capabilities of both nations. India, larger, more powerful military, rapidly modernizing and strategic restraint, whereas Pakistan, dependent on tactical advantage, proxy militaries, and the nuclear deterrent to level the playing field. The CIA predicted that India's conventional superiority would only grow, making it hard for Pakistan to keep up. Key line from the report. Rapid Indian military improvements would strain Pakistan's ability to remain competitive. A desperate government in Islamabad also might consider an extreme measure such as openly deploying nuclear weapons. Let that sink in. A desperate government, an extreme nuclear response. Expert interviewed. Pakistan has long treated its nuclear capability not just as a weapon but as a political leverage. Section 3. Nuclear deterrence and the doomsday scenario. According to the CIA, the real risk wasn't intended nuclear war but accidental escalation. Either military could develop hair-trigger responses that would escalate quickly to the nuclear level. Here, how it could happen. First, a terror attack could occur in India, traced back to Pakistani backed groups. Second, India conducts a limited military strike like it did in Balakot in 2019. Third, Pakistan retaliates. Fourth, both countries misread each other's intentions. 5. The situation spirals out of control. What starts as a border skirmish could become a full scale catastrophe. The CIA called this the breakdown of deterrence. In military terms, this is called escalation, dominance. The danger lies in perception, not intention. Section 4, Economic and Geopolitical Constraints. Why haven't India and Pakistan gone to full war in recent years? Despite repeated provocations, economic interdependence and global scrutiny. That is the answer. Both sides believe the economic cost of the another war would be exorbitant. The report emphasized the loss of foreign capital, the collapse of investor confidence, the risk of international sanctions. For Pakistan, the CI was particularly blunt. Pakistan's economic woes make it questionable whether its military budget can be sustained at the level needed to keep its military competitive with India. In 2025, this is even more true. Pakistan is facing a growing debt crisis, dependency on IMF bailouts, a collapsing currency, and a bigger economy. A war would not just be a military disastrous, it would be economically suicidal for Islamabad. Section 5, Flashpoint Kashmir. The CIA identified one major flashpoint Kashmir. Possession of Muslim majority Kashmir is fundamental to the self-image of each nation. It has been a battlefield in all previous conflicts. India has over 3.5 lakh troops in the region. Pakistan funds insurgent through ISI. The report chillingly notes these forces can prevent Kashmir's succession or its acquisition by Pakistan but are unlikely to defeat the insurgents. And here's the tragic irony. Pakistan justifies its support for groups like LET and TRF by invoking self-determination. But these same groups carry out terror attacks like in Pahalgam. The trigger military backlash, a never-ending loop of violence. Section 6, Recent Development Post Pahalgam Attack. In April 2025, after the Pahalgam terror attack, India launched a series of diplomatic and punitive measures. India's 5 big moves: cut down High Commission staff by almost 50%. It was the first. Second, suspended SARC visa exemptions. Third, put the Indus Water Treaty on hold. Fourth, closed the Atari Wagha border. 5. Expelled all Pakistani military advisors from India. They are serious escalatory moves. They reflect a shift from the patience to pressure. India is building international support, choking diplomatic channels, and signaling to Pakistan that cross-border terror will have consequences. It's a move right out of the CIA playbook. Target Pakistan's global legitimacy, not just its borders. Modi's speech is giving plain reflection to Pakistan that what they have did in India. And now they have to face the India's mighty power. Section 7, The Future Scenario. Based on CIA's prediction and what we are seeing today, 3 possible future emerge. Scenario 1, deterrence holds. India increases pressure but no war happens. Diplomacy takes over. Risk of escalation remains but is managed. Second, the limited war. Like Kargil or Balakot, India strike back with the surgical or precision operations. Pakistan retaliates, but international mediations diffuses the crisis. Section 3, Escalation Spiral. Another terror attack occurs. India retaliates. Misjudgment leads to war. Nuclear threat is activated. And economic collapse for the Pakistan. And it's generally military will also collapse for the Pakistan. And India is the mighty power in this region, in the Indian Ocean. The CIA's warning looms larger than ever. The 1993 CIA report was not just analysis, it was a warning, direct warning. 30 years later, that warning is echoing louder amid terror attacks, nuclear tensions, and battle narratives. Will the reason listen before it's too late? Or will history repeat itself with far deadlier consequences? If you found this deep dive useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And please subscribe the channel. What do you think will happen next? And thank you for watching.